From the Great Smoky Mountains, this is a Smokies Live update.
It may be one of the silent dangers of summer, and Melissa Hull is here now to talk more about your book that you've come out with. We'll talk about that in a minute, but why do you call it a silent danger for drownings in summer?
Because oftentimes people have this misconception that drowning is like what we see in the movies, that there's this big cinematic moment where there's a cry for help or sounds of splashing. And that's oftentimes not at all what happens. Drowning can occur in as little as in under 30 seconds. And so the body will shut down very quickly to preserve oxygen. And so oftentimes it happens very silently while people are actually very nearby. And that's why it's considered one of the silent killers in our country.
So, what is going on when you write your book? What are you trying to tell the audience and helping them, maybe even with the grief of someone who has drowned in the family?
Sure. So I lost my oldest son, Drew, to an accidental drowning over 20 years ago. And so this has been a lifelong mission for me to take time to educate families and to speak to little ones. Children under the age of 5 are our most at-risk demographic. And so as we're going out into the wilderness, near beaches and pools to cool off this summer, I want to make sure that parents are being very mindful of the dangers of water so that they can keep their children safe.
I've done so many stories over the years as a journalist, and everyone always says, I turned my head for a split second. And that's
Yeah.
what so many people tell me.
Yeah. Oftentimes, I think that there's this false sense of security. People think that with more people present, the children are actually safer. And I find that oftentimes that is the one thing that leads to more accidents than anything else, is that there's this false idea that there's safety in numbers. That's not true. If anything, it probably dilutes a little bit of the responsibility that people feel when they feel like there's so many other people there watching too. You always have to make sure that you're in charge of your children, or that you have somebody who's appointed, like a water watcher, somebody whose their sole job is to be there, to be present, to keep children safe around water.
So is it your mission now to make sure that every family knows the dangers?
Absolutely. And it's also to support families who have, like me, lost a child to an unthinkable set of circumstances. And that's why I wrote my book, Dear Drew, Creating a Life Bigger Than Grief. It's all about my journey and what helped support me over the 20 plus years that I have been on this path of rebuilding my life after the loss of my son, Drew.
All right. So tell people where they can find your book if they would like to read more about it.
Sure. You can find my book at all major booksellers, so Barnes and Noble, Amazon, Walmart, Target, or you can go to my website, melissahall.com.
And of course, we'll have a link to your information on our Smokies Live website. And I'll see you soon around the Smoky Mountains. Thanks for joining us today.